to the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause I am the champion of this situation. Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. It's Gorgeous George. It's been a minute. It's been a long minute. And I am back. Welcome to 2017. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing great. As you can see, I'm in the house. Gorgeous George is in the house, so to speak. And that's pretty much what that is. It's been a lot of things going on the past 2 months. A lot of 2-3 months. And 2017 has kind of like came. And we plan on doing some stuff coming up. We plan to do a lot of stuff. Plan on doing a lot of shows. I have not steered you all wrong at all. I've always been honest with you all people out there. Everybody out there, I've been honest. I've been entertaining people for the past 22, 23 years. Hell, I've even lost count of how many years I've been doing this. But get to sit here in the living room of my house. Get to sit in here in the living room of my house. Gorgeous George is in the house. In the house. And I am so glad to say to you all that I am the man that's causing this wonderment for all you ladies out there. A lot of stuff. So a lot of things have been going on. 2017 is here. 2017, that means more radio shows coming up. And we're going to do a different angle. We're going to be doing we might do Blog Talk, or we might do Facebook. Even though that this video is on YouTube, I just put this video on YouTube. There is a conflict of interest that's going on. Of course, I can't get into too much detail about all of that, and will not get into too grave detail. Well, let's just say that basically the fireworks have finally began. And this time, the cards have been drawn up, and the case of all cases is going to be heard. Imagine that. The case is going to be heard. And that's all I'm going to say. I can't say much more than that, but hopefully that things will work out, and maybe Gigi will get his payola. Maybe Gigi will get his payola, because it's about freaking time. It's about freaking time. I'll tell you what, and it's about freaking time for me to get back on TV, do more shows, use Facebook as a venue, maybe, I don't know, still use YouTube if possible. But at the end of the day, I am what's causing all this. I am the man that's causing everything to be the way it is. Okay? That's the bottom line. Barry Manilow. Well, that being said, I am Gorgeous George, and I am what's causing all this for all you young ladies out there. I'll tell you what, I am the man that's causing a leakage in your panties. And I want to let you all know that one more thing, okay? All the stuff that's going on in the news, everything going on with the guy being pulled out of the plane, because he's going to have his payola. He's going to have his payola against Delta. And probably I'm going to have my payola. I'm going to have my payola, because finally, I can beat my chest just like that. Because now, finally, it's on like Donkey Kong. It's on like Donkey Kong. Finally, I can beat my chest like this. And finally, things are going to work out. And I'm going to be back in the high life again, as Steve Winwood once said in that song back in the 80s. Back in the high life again. I am going to be back. And it's great to say that basically that things are brewing. And some people might have to come to Virginia. A few people might have to come to Virginia. Can't say much more than that. Fireworks are about ready to begin. And I am so happy. I'm happy as can be. Because at the end of the day, and the end of the juncture, I'm going to be winning. Gigi is going to be winning at the end of the day, at the end of the juncture. Because you want to know why? Because I said so. I freaking said so. All right, here's the sad part about all of this. You know, I'm in a vulnerable position, and I go ahead and I show that side, which was a mistake. I showed a vulnerable side, which is a mistake, and I can't do that without having these nimwits, jump on. Well, I'm gonna put it this way. I don't need your sympathy. I don't need your sorrow. I don't need any sympathy. I'm going to win the case. I'm going to win the freaking case. That's all that needs to be said. And I might just be adding a couple more people to the case for running your mouth. And I got one in Wisconsin that I'm thinking very seriously about adding to this case. I don't need your sympathy. Fuck all of you. Fuck all of you. I'm winning this fucking case. That's the bottom fucking line. Because you know why? I work too fucking hard for anything different. All right. I'm going to do this video, and I'm going to do it because I've been told that I probably shouldn't do anything right now or say anything more. But there's certain things that are bothering me and have been bothering me. I do a show. I've been doing a show for 23 years on public access and on the internet. I've been doing a show for a long time on the internet, and what the purpose of the show is to entertain, to be a comedian, to be an entertainer, and entertain. That's what I do. I am right now in the middle of a lawsuit, and I cannot really get into a lot of detail because it's conflicting. But I'm going to say this. I'm not joking. This is no joke. This is not a game. This is fucking real. This is so fucking real. You can't even, you just begin to understand and grasp this. I'm a kind of person, when I'm backed against the wall, and when I'm told that I can't do something or get my resolve done, I push harder. You see, I have been dealing with this shit for a long, long time. And I don't give up easy. I really don't. When it's come to protect my father's name, I'm going to do so. When it's come to protect my family and my father's legacy and my legacy with the TV show, my pure legacy with the TV show, I'm going to do as such. I'm not a cartoon. And what the hell is a locale, for God's sakes? For someone to tell me what the hell is a locale. I don't talk troll talk. I don't do a show for self-loathing people. I don't do a show for self-deprecation. That's not what the show is about, for self-loathing people and self-deprecation and mentally ill people that have nothing else better to do than live in their parents' basement or attic to harass somebody. I do a show because I can. I do a show to entertain. That's what the purpose is. I started the show back in '94. I told a person back then, will be nameless, that, dared him we could do a show, and we did it. So I do a show that I can. I do a show to entertain, and I've been doing it for so long, and I do have a following. But throughout the whole years of everything else, I've had an influx of mentally ill people doing what they do to harass. A bunch of mentally ill people, that's all they know how to do is harass me and try to get in my real world. Call my cell phone, impersonate, send me emails, and yet they're still doing that. Even during this lawsuit, sending me emails, responding to me and whatnot. Now, if anything I do, I'm going to do it whether I lose, I'm going to go out swinging. Whether I lose, I'm going to go out swinging. But I don't believe in my heart of hearts that I'm going to lose. Okay? Especially not against those individuals. I feel like I'm going to prevail. Okay? This is what I mean. I'm going to hold my ground, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. This is personal. This is not fun and games. This is very fucking personal. And I am going to do what it takes. And what it takes to get it done. I know this hacked up video that this individual keeps putting stuff up. Okay? And I know about the Facebook. I know about that Facebook account as well. I'm not blind to everything. So you see, I'm not stupid. There are eyes that can see, and they're seeing what's going on. Okay? And I know that this witch hunter, this lame-based was all an edited video, had nothing to do with these big YouTubers that know, and we're talking about a guy that had nothing to do with me. I think the guy's name is Matt Hoss. Mike Hoss, Matt Hoss, So it was a hacked up video to make me think that it was about me, to harass me, to think that other YouTubers that knew about me were coming at me. Well, like Mr. Hoss is doing, I'm doing what I'm doing as well, because it is borderline. And you keep talking about fair use this and fair use that. It's harassment. Using my videos against my wishes, which is copyright infringement, and using my videos to harass me. That is what is being done. But see, I am doing something about it, and this time I'm going to do something about it, and it's going to stick. I'm not going to get into much more detail. This has taken a toll on me. This has gone into the fiber of my personal life, and my personal well-being has caused me a lot of emotional stress. Okay? For people that don't even fucking know me. It's beyond trolling. It's beyond trolling or, critiquing. It's harassment. And at the end of the day, this is the way it's going to be. It's going to be laid out, and I'm going to do what I have to do. I don't believe I'm going to lose this time. I believe that I'm going to win, and I believe full-heartedly that I'm going to win and get my resolve across. This time, justice is going to prevail, and karma is going to do something to some people out there. Okay? I am very serious about this, and I plan to prevail in this endeavor. Bank on that one. I'm not hearing myself talk. I mean what I'm saying. No fun and games now. This is real. All right, test one, test two, test one, test two. All right, I did a little shoot last night. I was working, and I didn't get everything I wanted to say out, so that was scratched because I was working, driving, and dealing with this shit. I want to address something real fast, and I kind of want to just unlayer it. Jeremy Warren, you need to stop uttering my name out of your mouth. You need to stop uttering my name out of your mouth. You are nothing. I repeat, you are nothing like me. I own this house. I have 2 vehicles. I pay my bills. I will deal with the stock market, have dealt with the stock market before. I have other creations that I do. I do poetry. I move around. I drive a vehicle. I have friends, and I have gotten laid. You've never gotten laid since you've been on this freaking earth. Never gotten laid since you've been on this freaking earth. I don't care. I don't give a goddamn about you. See, here's the thing that just, and I know because people in my camp said, you're I'm not gonna say, I don't know if you're retarded. You seem to you carry a conversation, but you got some screws loose in your head. You teeter back and forth like a teeterer. You teeter-totter back and forth. Team Goon, Team GG. Team Goon, Team GG. I don't want you to be on my team. I don't want you to have nothing to do with you, and I don't want you to utter my name or my show title out of your mouth. So pretend like I never existed and we'll be fine. Pretend like it was never ever. It's like in the Archies. In the Archies, you had Archie, Jughead, and Reggie. And Veronica was always talking about Archie, and talking about Jughead. But Reggie was the one that was trying to get some play, and Reggie would get some play, but he was not looked at. He was the bad boy. Okay, and then they later pushed away from Reggie. So consider me as Reggie in the Archies, okay? Out of sight, out of frickin' mind. I'm tired of you uttering. I mean, you have now become a troll. You've become a troll. And I have seriously thought about adding you to the case. But I know that I wouldn't get in jack squat, and I know that you're not mentally stable. Okay? You're not mentally stable in the head. All right? And before you run your mouth off, running off the mouth saying that I was behind kicking you out, whoever did that should be applauded. Because I know damn well if I lived in an apartment building, which I don't live in an apartment building, but if I ever lived in an apartment building, I know that I wouldn't want to be in danger and have my property burned where some person who's an arsonist and a person that freaking likes to light fires and at random. Okay, someone who's an arsonist and like to light fires. So if anything, that person who did that and reported you to the apartment complex was doing the apartment complex a favor and doing the people that live in that apartment complex a major favor. Okay? Seriously. And you demonstrated that very well. I did not have anything to do with that. But if you want to believe that, you can go right ahead and believe that. You like to classify me in the same category as you, but you give me a lot of damn credit, don't you? I'm kind of like the Boogie Man. Well, let me just tell you this. I am the Boogie Man, and I'm here to do whatever I can, and in the negative way. So if you keep fucking with me, I will be your Boogie Man in the negative way. As the KC and the Sunshine Band song in the 70s. I'm your boogeyman. That's what I am. I'm here to cause tyranny to you. If you keep fucking with me, you're going to have some more tyranny. Like a DMCA style. Stop uttering my name out of that hole of yours and everything will be okay. I used to feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you anymore. Get some professional mental help. Take the brains out of your head and play with them and get a full frontal lobotomy. And that might be the answer to your solution. Might be the solution and the answer. You know what? And Sanatoria told you, Sanatoria, or whatever her name is, told you to stop fucking with George. So you should take what your mom says to heart and follow what your mom says. Stop fucking with me. Now, I haven't, you want to say that I've done this and done that, and, I can do things. I can do a lot of things to you. But you're just a fly on the you're a fly on the wall. And what we do with a fly on the wall, we take a fly swatter and we swat it. Okay? Take your insignificant mental illness somewhere else. Because I don't want to have to dirty my hands. Okay? You're not like me. You don't own a house. You don't own a car. You don't have a job. So you don't own a business. Yeah, you're nothing like me. Stop gravitating to me. Stop talking about me. Stop thinking about me. Okay? Not your daddy. We know who your daddy really is. You remember your daddy? We can bring him out if you keep fucking with me. DMCA style. Keep it up and you'll see what I mean. All right. I'm going to do this real fast and to the point. A lot of things have happened today. Today has been a real bad day. We lost a great musician in Tom Petty. Pretty sad about that. Great rock and roll musician. Called The Curse of the Traveling Wilburys with Roy Orbison and George Harrison, one of the ex-Beatles, and of course now Now Tom Petty. The Curse of the Traveling Wilburys. It's bad. Sad day in the rock and roll bit. Anyway, even more sadder when you have people allegedly taking pictures at someone's door. You have even more sadder when you have a mentally deranged stalker or person coming to someone's house to take pictures. I'm going to say this simply, and I want you to understand this. That is going to be taken care of, Mr. Burden. Mr. Burden, you're going to wish today you never took that first picture. I'm going to make sure of that. A lot of shit is going on in the land of trolldom. You got a man who is a alleged urologist in Michigan. Allegedly urologist in Michigan, something awful, moniker, or alias, you dummy, who's making some heavy accusations about things he doesn't even know about. Well, you dummy, we'll call you BJ. What a hickish name is BJ. You know who I'm talking about, you troll you. You're a 60-year-old man who just had a stroke, and you think that you would worry about other things such as who's going to take care of your wife when you kick the bucket. BJ, you're pathetic. Urologist, you got a rating of a 1 on Yelp for your urologist. A doctor who's trolling me. Unfreaking believable. And then you've got the usual clowns out here. The two clowns that I'm suing still. Well, one is disguised as a sock account, hasn't gone anywhere, and the other one just keeps running his mouth, thinks he knows so damn much. Well, at the end of the day, we're going to do what we need to do, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And these accusations about my friend are really highly agitating and exaggerated. People seem to talk about things they don't know a damn thing about. Well, let me enlighten you. Okay? At the end of the day, it's going to be the just desserts, so to speak. The person who's going to prevail is moi. And I cannot forget PIS 4400. You're on a major collision with reality. See, I did you a favor, and I should have never done you that favor by giving you a show that I never wanted back on YouTube, but I put it up just to give you a copy. And what did you do? You start berating me and start attacking me and started trolling me because the trolls told you to do so. And just to feel like you're special, they rubbed your dong to make you feel special so you can go ahead and troll me. Well, Mr. Warren, you're on a heavy collision course. And it's a collision course with reality. I'm just letting you do enough to hang yourself because I've got something in store for you. All you other trolls, get a fucking life. Get a fucking grip of reality. And we are doing the Gorgeous George Show. Gorgeous George Show is coming up very, very soon. So, anyway, I don't know. I just have to get out here and just say that I'm tired of this shit. People that don't even fucking know me, and yet they are so mentally fucking ill. It's just so fucking ridiculous. Unfucking believable. When there's more things in life to think about, there's more things of life to think about of their own deficiencies and their own heartaches, but yet they're so obsessed with somebody they don't even freaking know. When you go ahead and think about me, it makes me stronger. When you think about me and utter my name, it makes me even more stronger because I'm in your mind. Constantly in your freaking mind. You all need to get a fucking life. This court case, I'm winning this case. That's the bottom line on that. All right. It's Gorgeous George. We'll be short and sweet and to the point. A lot of things are going on right now. A lot of things that people are becoming nosy. And revelations are being found out as we speak right now. And for the wrongdoers, you're going to pay for it. For all the wrongdoers, you will pay. And no matter what happens, to me in this legal lawsuit, I will appeal. Now, some things have come out today, and I'm going to have to appeal. Don't have to appeal as yet, but it might be something that a decision rendered, and I will take it to the appellate court. There's no two ways about that. I'm going to answer some of these charges that in this latest craptastic thing that was sent, motion for judgment, and I'm going to answer some of these charges. The bottom line is, okay, I'm going to win these cases. It might take a little longer than planned, but I'm winning these cases. And for the people, the wrongdoers, you will pay. The people that know what they've done wrong and have been exposed, you wrongdoers out there will pay. All right? And I'm just going to say one thing to this sweet out here. You think you know so damn much and you don't know shit. To this sweet out here that thinks he can interfere in my personal business. No. You're not interfering in my personal business whatsoever. Here's the deal here. Because I'm going to do everything in my power. You have built my case for me. I've got an inclination of who you are. And we're going to expose you for the fraud that you are. So, believe me. You built my case for me. Through the appellate court. I've laid everything out. I'm not going to stress over it. If I lose this copyright in lower courts, it will be appealed. And I'm going to do everything in my arsenal and everything in my power to get what needs to get done. Because I will and I can. That's the bottom freaking line. Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 2018. This is Gorgeous George coming to you right now live in my house. Live in my house, in my living room, and in the scene in the back. Always the drapes in the back right here in my living room. I want to say a few things real fast, and it doesn't deserve any comments. I come in when I want. I do a video when I want. We don't do these videos much anymore, but there are going to be some more shows in 2018 as we go into our 24th year. And I plan to do some stuff in relations to dealing with Facebook Live and some other stuff in relations to the Gorgeous George show, and going to do some more throughout. That's how we do it. There's not much really to talk about right now. I'm still dealing with what I'm dealing with, and I do plan to deal whatever way that I can handle the situation. I am going to handle my business, so to speak. And I've got to, it makes no sense to get into personal business. It makes no sense to really get into stuff about naming people's names and doing all that. I have been advised, as much as I want to get into every little thing, I can't. But once this lawsuit is over, and there's no telling when this lawsuit is going to be over. It's not. Well, it's not going to be over anytime soon. Well, if it is, hopefully, I'll be victorious. And if I'm not, well, it's obvious what I'm going to do. Quite obvious what I'm going to do. There's so many things that I want to get into, and a lot of things that I want to vent about. And I can't, because it's kind of like I've been gagged. And it's been gagged not because I want to be or not because I have to be. It's because I can't get into every nook and cranny. This is very serious. It's very integral. And I have talked to a legal counsel right now that has told me that the less you say, the better. The more you do behind the scenes, the less you say, the better. Unless it's your work, unless it's your theatrical performance, that's how it works. So that's the approach I'm going to take. I'm going to also say this, and that's not to say that I have come to a revelation or a pattern in my life, and knowing that in time of need, in time of dealing with stuff, you become more in tune with spiritually with yourself. Not to say that I'm reborn again Christian. I mean, I'm far from being, I mean, I am a Christian. And I believe in the good book and all that. You don't have to go to a church or a temple to believe in all that stuff. You can believe it in your own private house, believe in your own private house in your own location. But when you get to a certain age, of course, in July I'm gonna be the big 50. In July I'm gonna be 50 years old, so I'm being kind of like an old man right now. But you get to a point where you become more spiritually in tune with things, and you think about things a little bit differently, and you kind of pick and choose your battles. You play your role and you fight those battles, but you do other things behind the scenes. You kind of look at the situation and you become more spiritual. So what I've been doing is becoming very spiritual. What I do in my, if I'm not in the gym or if I'm not working, I meditate. And meditation is a good form of a way to be able to release a lot of anger. I have had a lot of anger within me. I've had a lot of anger within myself for a long time. And what I want to do, and you call it a New Year's resolution. I'm not into these New Year's resolutions, but what I do believe is to be, or what I do believe in what I'm going to do is become more spiritual and more in tune and try to be, say it to the universe. And I'm not, the secret is the one way of doing it, but beyond doing the secret is being able to express myself in such a way where, dare I say, you pray about it or you meditate about it. I'm not going to say pray, I'm going to say meditate. Be able to burn candles and be able to sit and focus upon what you want and what you need. I'm a fighter, and everything I've done, I've gone through trials and tribulations. My dad came to me in a dream back in 2012. I've been dealing with the possibility of losing this house for a few years. And I have been doing everything I could to tell the mortgage company to work up some kind of resolution with the mortgage company to pay and get caught up for the modification. But my dad came to me in a dream. He said, George, and I don't dream. This is the funny thing about it. I don't dream. And I'm just, I don't all this hokum, but I do believe in spiritual, messages. And he said, George, that you will go through trials and tribulations, but you won't lose that house. And I do believe in all sincerity that I have to believe in what my dad said. I am dealing with his situation with this house that I grew up in as a kid for 45 years. I am in talks with the attorneys right now, and I'm trying to come to a resolution with the situation. Believe me, I'm going to do everything I can. But I'm not going to get if I know it's a situation that's going to be unresolved, I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I've had people tell me, George, man, it's just a house. It's just a building. But see, the thing about it is, it's more than just a building. It's a house that I grew up in as a kid. In 1972, when I moved in this house in June 24th, 1972, the second day we got hit by Hurricane Agnes. And we were rowing canoes. I remember my dad and my mom, the whole street was flooded. This is a creek in the back. And we were rowing on canoes. And I remember, telling my dad, hey, I'm trying to push the canoe. And we were like rowing the canoes through the street. And that was probably the only time that we actually got hit with an actual flood in 1972. But other than that, it's been my home. It's been, a man's castle. King's castle is a man's home. This is my castle. I'm the king, and this is my castle. This is my home. So I'm working. I'm doing whatever I can to get everything situated. And believe you me, I'm going to do everything I can in my arsenal to obtain and keep this house. They have taken my name off the deed, but I'm working with them. That's all you can do. I'm not going to beat myself up. I have made a lot of mistakes. I've never said I'm perfect. Never said I am perfect in my own personal endeavors. And I've had a lot of things come at me. But I always land on my feet. And we'll land on my feet again. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks or says or what they want to do or how they want to do it, how they want to, it doesn't matter. This is something that I have been fighting. I'm going to fight on. I've been dealing with this for a few years now. But I have every intentions of retaining or getting my name back on the deed, or working up a way to pretty much obtain and keep this house. And that's what I plan on doing. So I'm in direct contact and direct talks. And I don't give a flying fuck about anybody else or what anybody else thinks or whatever some troll thinks. I don't care about what some fucking troll thinks about what I'm doing, because it's not about them. It's not about interference, and nobody's interfering in my business. And I am well aware of the antics that have gone on here recently about, and I'm not, again, I can't express what I want to say. I can't say what I want to say. Can't express what I want to say. I can't say what I want to say because I've been told that I can't, and it's not in my best interest. So I'm not going to, but believe you me, I'm not sitting around. I'm doing what I can. I'm not sitting around, letting this shit fly. I'm going to do whatever I can in my arsenal to fight and fight this fight to the very end. And I have not been active on the internet. I have not been active with anything else since our last series back in November of the Continental Cable Studios. Well, not Continental Cable. I keep calling it Continental Cable. At the Comcast Studios. I have not been active there, but since those 5 shows. But we're going to be doing some more shows soon. Brand new year. We got more shows to do, more things to do. We'll probably do some stuff on Facebook. The Gorgeous George show will continue. And the other stuff is going to be removed. I haven't even looked at the internet, but the other stuff will be removed or will be added on to the situation. Or added on. And some other people might be added also. Because I'm going to stick to my guns on that. You're not stealing my copyright. Not stealing my copyright material. You're not using my copyright material for nothing. And that's the bottom line. I can't get into detail, but this is more or less a video to let people know. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to people that actually listen to me or people that know me. Let people know that I'm still around. And I'm still around, and I still plan to do more shows. And I'm going to keep continuing doing what I do with a smile on my face. I'm going to fight the good fight. I'm going to fight the good fight against these people because it's my material. They've stolen my material. It's my material, and they don't need to be using it for their obsession, for their mental obsession. It doesn't need to be used for that. Again, a lot of things I want to say, but I can't. But that's okay. I'm here, still rolling, still doing my thing, and the Gorgeous George show will continue. You'll see more of me in the new year, or more of me this year of 2000. It is 2018. It's still the new year. You still write your checks with the 17. You gotta get used to making it 2018. So this should be a better year, hopefully, and better things to come and better things to happen. And I plan to manifest what I need to manifest to make things happen in a positive way, and they will do so, and I will make sure of that. All right, Gorgeous George is here, and Gorgeous George will continue creating and doing what he does. Like it or not, I am still a force to be reckoned with. And for the fans out there, I'm here. And we're going to be doing more shows. Fucking while I'm trying to
I'm so interested in this is like watching an episode of Silicon Valley here. So
yeah,
except without the nerds and the goofiness. It's like the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. Well,
I feel like I'm in a couch right now. Woo, woo.
You know, back in 2014 when we did the documentary, remember that, Kevin?
Oh yeah.
And
it's still up there.
It's on the thing. Kenny and Kenny Johnson and Brandon Hardesty did the documentary, and the trolls were doing their thing. Trolls were trying to skirmish it and do their version of it and whatnot. I could be talking to I could be talking to a nun. I could be talking to Mother Teresa, and the trolls would find fault in Mother Teresa because of the association for me interviewing her.
Yeah.
I could walk on water, and the trolls would find something to say about that.
Yeah.
I could probably, I don't know. Like I said, I had one troll talking about a booger in my nose.
He picked it for you.
Yeah, he probably should have picked it.
And he ate it for you.
Talking about that booger in my nose and doing all that. And these people hub on a site where they do nothing but trolling every little thing.
No.
They'll slow mode your voice and make you sound drunk in a slow mode.
That's not all that hard. Bro.
And really and truly, other men obsessing over me. Everything that comes out of their mouth is an obsession over me. And I said I was going to do this. I said last Wednesday I was going to do it. But I'm going to say a little bit right now. There's a douchebag in Detroit, Michigan that thinks he's a guitar player. And he's not a guitar player. He thinks he can, say whatever he wants to say. Your wife looks like Granny on the Beverly Hillbillies. Okay? And that's what I'm saying, basically. Your wife looks like Granny on the Beverly Hillbillies. And every little thing you do, you angry douchebag, I like to fight you. I like to fight you. I like to punch you in the face. Because you are just a parasite. You said to your little girl, you were going to stop trolling. And what did you do? You come back right at it. That's one motherfucker, and I'm going to say it. That's one motherfucker like I like to punch right in the kisser, right in the face. You are a trash. You are a malignant tumor. You're a parasite is what you are. And you think you can play a guitar? I could play the guitar in my sleep. Matter of fact, I could play the air guitar and probably would sound a whole lot better than whatever comes out of your wannabe rock and roll thing. I could play the banjo and probably sound better than you. Okay? You went ahead and attacked Kristen. Okay? You attacked Kristen because of the association to me. All right? So you are a hypocrite. What it gives... Why? Listen, like Captain Kirk said to the Trekkies out there, get a life. It's what you need to get a life and do something better with your life.
He said, have you ever kissed a girl? No, you haven't.
You insulted Kristen, and what she did, because she's associated, she is a friend. She didn't know much about me, but she came on. She's a great person, and she is very classy, and then of course, then whatever and then you apologize. But you apologize that you hate me, but you're a hypocrite. You're a piece of shit. And I just thought I'd let you know that. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thanks for teaching.
You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Let me.
You hit him. His face would match his ugly wife.
That's right. Let me. Keep talking. I'm trying to get
from Detroit, Michigan.
Michigan.
Oh man.
All places.
Poor Henry Ford.
Yeah. Poor state. That's Detroit. He'd say.
I'm supposed to be the biggest asshole in Detroit, not you. If he was still alive today.
I just had to let that out. Okay. Go ahead. All right, hold on. We're going to do something. Keep talking.
Oh yeah. And this Kristen, are we going to surprise Kristen?
Well, we're going to call her right now.
Yeah, she knows we're calling her.
We're going to call her right now if I can get this thing to work right.
On that, yeah.
Yeah.
On that thing. Yeah.
It rings. It's ringing. I don't know if we get her. So keep talking.
Well, I'm so interested in what you're doing there.
Okay.
I once did that. It was kind
all right.
Hello.
Chris, hey, what's up? There's Kevin.
Hello.
And of course, there's me. You know, I'm so technically and challenged. You know, I mean, I finally got it. And we're going to show you right on camera there. There's Kristen. Say hi. You see the camera? All right, I'm doing fine.
Why don't you hold it like this, the whole thing?
Yeah.
The whole time.
Hold it like that. Okay. Well,
wherever. I don't know how to do it.
Okay, well, she wants to see us. Okay, you want to see us first?
No, she can see us all right.
Okay, you see Kevin?
Yeah.
All right, so how you doing? Doing okay?
Doing pretty good. Been long rest, yeah.
All right, that's good, that's good, that's good. And so basically you had a birthday January 1.
Yes, I did.
Happy belated birthday 28 days later.
Well, you were born January 1st?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a racehorse? I think the audience would like to see.
Well, yeah. So so we're gonna put you on the camera. Can you? Okay. So speak up.
Just talk to the camera.
Talk to the camera, Kristen. Tell us a little thing or two.
Hey everybody, how's everyone doing out there? I hope y'all had a good New Year and a great Christmas. And we've got a heck of a show going on for y'all tonight.
Yes. Well, we've already started the fireworks already. We've already started the fireworks already. Kristen, do you want to talk about what we talked about briefly?
Okay, let's sit down and prepare for this fireworks show. Okay, here we go. Go to the camera.
To the camera. I got you facing to the camera. Go ahead.
Awesome. So what did you want me to address first?
Well, I want to put it right back here. I wanted you to tell me basically how much of a hypocrite a certain troll is. I want you to tell me about if you want to touch that.
I will touch base on that a little bit.
All right, let's touch base a little bit as much as you want. Go ahead.
I wouldn't go so far to call him. I wouldn't go so far to call him a hypocrite. He seems to be an alright gentleman when it comes to me, but you know the fact remains that there were some things said under a video that attacked me personally, and I did not like them. Things like or this, that, whatever you want to call it.
He's a hypocrite. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Anyway, another thing that was said was about the house fire that my family and I were in. I do believe someone said they should have burned down that fire, and I just want to know what kind of human would do that. And maybe you should get off your computer in your mom's basement if that's really how you feel about people, and maybe you should really get out there and interact and socialize with people, because this certain individual that he's talking about, he actually gave me a public apology. Thank you, Chris De La Cruz. Mwah. He did. He came forward and apologized and said that what he said about me was not right, and it was wrong on very many levels, morality-wise, and other things. And, you know, I want to give a shout-out and thank you for that, because he has shown that he is more of a man than half of y'all out there that want to attack people virally when you don't have the balls to do it to someone's face. Like, I swear to you, if any one of y'all to meet me on the street, those were not these words coming out of your mouth. And he did his homework, he did his research, and even he's seen for himself that these are just stupid, unfounded attacks. But I do want to address one thing that bothers me about the conversation that we had. He had brought up the fact that in his mind, it was an argument had happened between, I guess, George and his mother, and he piped into the argument, and some things were said.
His girlfriend.
Attacking me as to, well, he attacked someone in my family, but, you know, that's not exactly right. If that's the validation, then, I mean...
You had nothing to do with it.
Some of these guys that I have, I mean, they want to talk about me and this and that. Oh, she can't do this, and she can't do that.
You had nothing to do with that at all.
She's ugly, or she's so big, or this and that. And it's just like, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Right.
What does that speak upon my educational level or my morality or anything like? It speaks nothing above it. But if you actually do your research and actually, you know, get on a computer other than chatting and trying to down somebody for doing something in their life, you know, you might actually find that this world is a little bit better than what you thought it was. And on another note, to all the trolls attacking George, do any of y'all actually know him? Aside from the ones that are having the court cases, because I've listened to everyone, I've listened to all sides of the story. And let me put it to you this way. If you really have a court case going on and you're really suing George, then you screwed your own court case up by going on and talking about it. You yourself screwed them. No one, he didn't do it, Kevin didn't do it, I didn't do it, no one did it but yourself.
Yeah.
So I wanted to point that out. But
Well,
I also want to publicly come forward and tell everyone that, thank you, Chris. You apologized. You showed me what kind of a man. There needs to be more out there.
He's not a man.
I want to see that y'all two. Right, y'all have y'all's beef. Y'all have y'all's beef, and see, I don't really know Kristen LaCruz, but I believe in giving the people the benefit of the doubt.
He's a pathetic troll that's obsessed over his eye candy.
Right. Hold on, George. Hold on now. But there are some people out there that say some pretty evil stuff about you, too. And if I were to listen to what everyone said, you and I would never have became friends. And see, that's just the point. I didn't listen to all this. I made my own intelligent decision and listened and saw for myself instead of like, oh, let me go. I said, and do this.
Chris, I can show you a library.
You're not in high school, y'all. Because guess what? I ain't been in high school in over 15 years.
I can show you video after video upon this individual. So.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me. I've seen it. I've seen it myself.
What I'm saying is you had nothing.
They're using you.
What I'm saying is you had nothing to do with this. I don't care if he apologized. It should have never came out of his mouth.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
That's true.
I don't care about an apology. Okay, that doesn't mean nothing. The damage is done. It should have never came out of his mouth because you have nothing to do with this. Not whatsoever. So he's talking about me attacking his girlfriend or his wife, who probably wears the pants in the family, and has the Camaro, Janice, whatever his name, Janice, whatever, and drives the Camaro, and yet he wears the apron strings and says, yes, ma'am, because she has the money and he doesn't have the money. But that's neither here or there. Kristen didn't say that. I said that.
She wears the pants in the family and he wears the panties.
There you go. She obviously has the pants. It looks like she has the pants. And you have the panties. And you're not a man because she probably tells you what to do and you say how high or to jump. Okay, so go chase yourself. I'm saying.
Stop peeing sitting down. Stand up like a man.
All I'm saying is, what a bunch of hypocrites. I could be associated with anybody, a famous person who comes on my show, and then they can be denigrated because they talk to me. If they're on the show,
everyone wants to see
they could be denigrated just by talking to me or being associated with me. Everybody who is, and that's what it is. And no matter what I say, if I say what they want, it's the wrong thing. If I say that it's going to rain, oh no, the sun's going to come out. So no matter even if they remotely like it and they remotely want to agree to what I'm saying, they're going to find a way to argue it. Case in point, there are a lot of those people that are Democrats. All these trolls are Democrats. And when I came out with a stance pro-Clinton and pro-Democrat, they thought it would be, since the similarities of me are pro-Trump and how my character is bravado and how Trump is bravado, they want to compare me in that sequence. So when I did a about face, being a Democrat, that goes beyond their control, saying, well, basically what you attack gays. No, I don't attack gays. I just don't understand it. I don't attack gays. I don't understand the lifestyle. That's just me.
You remind me more of Mike Pence than Donald Trump.
Yeah. Trying to put you on the spot, and I know that, like I said, I just wanted to clip. I love it. I wanted you to set the record straight. I was straight with this guy because he apologized. That apology is a soft fart, as far as I'm concerned.
You could print that apology on a piece of toilet paper.
All I'm saying is he did. That's good, but it's still hypocritical on my opinion. And as far as I'm concerned, that saying he's sorry doesn't hold water as far as I'm concerned. But that's you're entitled to believe and have your opinion about that. These people,
I believe in giving some benefit of the doubt. He fucked up bad. Now he's got a chance to show me what kind of person he really truly is. You know, it's not, you can't define a person by their mistakes. You got to define a person by what they do after their mistakes. That really defines who they're going to be, because that's how you know what kind of person they're going to be. If they deal with a situation and it's not something that you like, and you're like, oh, well, I can see that you're not someone that handles this correctly. So that being said, to Kristen and everyone else out there, I'm the sweetest person in the world, but I can be the biggest bitch you have ever met, and I do mean that sincerely. I've heard some pretty bad crazy on these individuals and shown these individuals with photo proof that not only I have their addresses and everything else, so don't go releasing my stuff. And I also want to say to everyone out there, to my fans, to the trolls, I must have stirred up something good, because y'all just can't get me out y'all's minds and off y'all's
And
so you know what?
they're obsessed with me too.
Y'all still are my fans.
They're obsessed with me too.
They are obsessed with me as well. I am their eye candy. They stroke off their 2-inch dongs to every word that comes out of my mouth.
That big?
They're 2-inch dongs. That big, I guess so. Look, this is the way you do it. You treat people the way that you want to be treated. I'm not perfect. I did a show last Wednesday, a spiritual show, and I knew it had not a damn thing to do with them. And sure enough, every little thing that we do, every show that we do, they've got to put their attachment to. Every show that we put on camera, they've got to put their venom attached to the show. And to me, that's all they think about. Morning, noon, and night. Morning, noon, and night. That's all they think about.
Like a bunch of old ladies.
I don't think any... Huh?
They're obsessed.
Yeah. And I don't think hardly anything. The only time I think about them is during this court case. And I don't think about them, every one of them. But I think about them during this court case, the 2 individuals that I'm suing, plus this wannabe entertainment attorney lawyer, who is much entertainment attorney lawyer as my penis is. Okay? And entertainment lawyer as the turd that the dog upstairs dropped.
You're
pretty much.
You're the Alan Dershowitz of penises. Dick Dershowitz.
Anyway, so I know there's got to be like a delay on this phone here, but that's cool. But look, are you feeling better? I know you had some things going on. You feeling better tonight?
Sure, okay.
You feeling better?
I'm feeling better.
You feeling better?
Yes,
Okay.
I am. And
All
I
right.
also want to say something to everyone. I meant what I said. Can't nobody hold me down. I'm gonna keep on moving.
Okay.
You can't kick me off Facebook. You can't try to harass me like y'all been doing, blowing on my phone. I mean, I hope y'all like that 3 seconds you get to talk to my son, because I'm done talking to y'all children. Every time someone calls and just wants to sit there and breathe in the phone, you want to talk to someone, my 3-year-old will have you entertained forever.
There you go. There you go. And I want to say this. I want to say this, Kristen. I know associate. I mean, though I didn't mean for this to happen. I mean, I didn't mean for any of this to happen. But it's not just you. Anybody that's associated with what I do. I'm right here.
I'm still.
Are you there? Hello?
I think it goes in and out.
It goes in and out. Can you hear me? All right, hold on. Okay, did we lose her?
No, it might come back. It's just
it's let's try this again.
alternating current.
I don't know what's going on here.
It's AC/DC like the show. You can always call her again.
All right, hold on. Wait, we'll call her. We'll call again here. Let's do this.
Yeah.
We got to finish this with her real fast. So
Yeah.
all right.
Yes. Well.
So we're going to do that. We'll get her back on right now.
While you're getting her out, yeah, it's these trolls are biggest waste of space ever, and these trolls, like they said that if they put as much effort and enthusiasm and interest in something positive, they could probably get a whole lot done in life. But instead, they're the eunuch at the orgy, is what they are. While we're actually doing stuff, they're sitting on the sidelines.
I'm
doing
trying to get her again, and see, I'm not the most technical person, Things with Skype or whatever, using Skype. This is actually better than Skype because we know this is free.
Yes, this is Messenger.
This is Messenger,
yes.
And if I can get her back on, because there's more to say here, and then I think we can get her back on. Let me Keep talking, Kevin.
Every time I call a woman on Skype or Messenger, she just shows me all her naked body. It's so disgusting. So I usually just like the typical phone and write a message.
All right, hey, you're there. She's back. You're back. So we lost you.
You can't get rid of me.
We lost you for a minute. We
It's
get
a
you
beautiful
back.
outfit you're wearing. All rainbow.
Oh, this is just a hippie top. I'm just trying to be comfortable for real.
Well, you look comfortable.
All right, so to finish up what I'm saying, because I'm going to look at you and then we'll put you back on the camera. What I'm saying is, so anybody who is associated or has been associated with me from has had this happen. And these people, anybody, and anybody, I could be talking to whoever, and then because they were on my show, then they got to be no good. And then what they do is they try to play one against the other. They tried that with Kevin and I, never could do that. They tried that with other people on the show. Sometimes they succeeded, sometimes they haven't. But one thing about me is I hold my ground. One thing about me is, if I say something, I stick to my guns, no matter what. And this man right here can tell you that.
Yep.
So there's no hidden face.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of trolls that like to be in anonymity.
Yeah.
And they want to hide in anonymity. And when you pull the mask off, they don't like that.
Yeah.
They don't like that. And I have pulled the mask off on most of these clowns. Yeah?
Because they hate us.
Yes, and that's what it is. But I want to reiterate to you the situation for what it is. I appreciated what you did coming on. I appreciate everything you've done thus far. And when I saw you, I liked you. I liked you instantly. I liked you instantly. So we are, whatever you do, we're friends.
We're 100%
We're behind you, and we're friends, and you're welcome to come on the show. Come on the show anytime you want.
Did you tell Kevin about my uncle?
What?
Oh yeah, God, I haven't said a word about that.
No, what? Uncle?
Jimbo.
Okay, well let me.
Well, you go ahead and talk. I just wanted to say that. Now,
He'll stick to those trolls like he's their underwear.
Now, I'm going to say something else. I'm not. I had to bring up that one troll because some things that have gone on with that one troll has been a little bit. That one troll has been a little bit mouthy right now. I happened to look on it tonight, and I saw a show that I did in my solitude. A show that I did that had nothing to do with them. Nothing to do with them. So I had to call out that one troll. And
What's his name?
Yeah, call him douchebag. Call him an angry douchebag. I've already put him in check.
That's an insult to douchebag.
I've already put that wannabe in check.
The Master Guild company is going to complain. They'll associate us with him.
Right. And then to that Swede or that one, whoever that guy is, buddy, you don't get in my business, okay? Because I'm going to retaliate. You're going to see something this week. This week, I've got something in store, and I've got some little surprise. It might be a modest surprise, but to that Swede, okay, you don't mess with me. You don't fuck with me. You don't get in my business. You get in my business, and I'm going to get in your business. I'm going to get in your world. I'm going to get in your world. You are pathetic. You're a weasel. You're a parasite. You're all a bunch of parasites. I want to address another thing real fast.
Yes.
To this mentally challenged person that lives in New Jersey, they claim that I went ahead to his house and took his picture. Okay? Let me tell you something.
When were you in New Jersey?
I haven't been in New Jersey in a long time. I was up there one time going through New Jersey. There's a mentally challenged person that's obsessed with me. Listen to what your mother tells you. Get off the internet and stop messing with someone. Because you know what? I felt sorry for you. I felt really sorry for you. But you keep uttering my name. You're going to find out something that's not to your liking. You need to shut your mouth. Excuse me, Kevin. I'm sorry. I spit on your chin. Okay, you need to shut your mouth. And you need to stop thinking about me the way you always do. No Gorgeous George projects. Because you do, I'm going to contact your mother, and I'm sure your mother is going to take your computer away from you. Because she needs to take your computer away from you. You said some
give you back your blocks.
You said some things. Okay? And you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself, because I'm not having any sympathy for you. Because if you keep it up, there's going to be something in store. And then you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Have no sympathy. Look,
your mother's gonna take away your computer and replace it with an Etch-a-Sketch.
yes, right. In 2014, you called this man's father up here, you harassed this man's father, and you did it. I was more upset about it probably than you were.
Yes.
Okay? And that was just ridiculous. And you see, this is what they do. They put wedges in. They try to ruin friendships. They try to cause chaos. This man here knows what's going on. This man here knows that the whole story. So we do what we do. We do it with a smile on our face. We do what we do, and we spit in your face. Spit in your troll's face, and you don't like it? Well, here's the middle finger right here, too. Here's the middle finger in spades right here. Look, I don't like to do this. I'm doing it. I don't care what any of you think, okay, about my house, about what I'm doing. What I do is my business. Doesn't concern you. Anything that I do, what better concern you for the two individuals out there that we can be concerned about stealing copyright, okay? You steal copyright, there's consequences. Be concerned about that. Don't be concerned about my house and what I'm doing with that, because you see, this is what you're doing. And trying to get a building inspector to come here to look at my chimney? How desperate are you? And some troll that lives around here, driving around the neighborhood, come to my door, like the Three's Company. Take a knock at our door. Here's looking at you. It will be a punch and punch and punch in the face, and you'll go down. George is in town. So come knock at my, this is the Three's Company thing. Come knock at my door, and I'll punch you in the face. Because it'll be a punch and punch and punch, and you'll be on the ground. Woo! Woo! This is what we're talking about right here. So some guy that wants to come around and around the neighborhood, look at that, call the building inspector, tell him that, stay out of my business. You've got the balls and the testicle fortitude, knock on the door. Come make sure I'm here, by the way. Make sure both vehicles are here. Yeah. Come knock at my door, and let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Because I'll tell you one thing, I think you're a coward, and I think you're just a weasel. I think you're a coward, and I think more than likely that you don't have the testicle fortitude to do anything, just a lot of jibber jabber.
Yeah. You know,
that's that.
He's less like Suzanne Summers of Three's Company, more like the Three Stooges.
The anonymous, the anonymous. You pull the mask off, and guess what happens? The spotlight shines. The Wizard of Oz. Pull the drapes from the wizard. You see who the wizard is of Oz, some old man.
Powerless.
You pull the mask off. Who was that?
He was powerless.
Okay, you pull the mask off.
Yeah.
You become powerless. And I find it, I don't talk to people that are aliases. Yeah, an alias, you're not worthy of my time. I don't talk to you. You've been blowing up my phone. Yeah. Text after text after text. Malcolm Reynolds, by the way. Who would have thunk that? Malcolm Reynolds? But you see, we pull the mask off, and we'll pull the mask off every time. Blowing up my phone. I would advise to cease communications. I would advise very strongly to cease communications.
Yes, and we can see through all those pseudonyms you use, like Dick Gazinwell and Phil Lacio and Jack Meoffer.
They're a bunch of betas. They're a bunch of betas. I'm alpha. Okay? You're a bunch of wannabes. Everything you think about is me. Oh, George. You listen, this retarded kid in New Jersey, you know, he wants the attention. So you tell him, talk about George. Okay? And he really wants your attention, Captain Corpulence. Another fake Captain Corpulence. He's dying for your love. He wants your attention. So he'll do anything you tell him. So you go ahead and tell this retarded person to go ahead and talk about George. So he'll talk about me all the time. Because that's what because he wants their attention. He's starving for their attention. How pathetic. And then, they don't give a damn when he's talking about someone else, and, they don't give a damn about that. But he's in love with them. He's in love with them. He wants their approval. God, it's pathetic.
They're like it's like a dysfunctional Big Brother sort of situation. If your Big Brother was in the Addams Family or something,
they think about me more than I think about them, and they are so obsessed. And yet, we could be going into 2038 and still having the same discussion. God damn, man.
When's the last time they kissed a girl?
When was the last time you kissed your boyfriend? Because most of them are of that persuasion, probably.
Well,
I'm going to say it. Most of them are of that persuasion, probably.
They have a man crush on you.
And that retarded guy is all flustered. He's crying on the last video. That retarded guy is crazy. He wants someone to play with. I want someone to play with. Get off the internet. And you trolls, what you're doing is...
Read a book.
You're making it worse. Okay? I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. I am well aware of the antics. And I'm going to do everything I can do, and do everything that I will do. You trolls need to put your heads in the commodes and flush them down. Because you're a waste of time, and a waste of breath, and a waste of... You're
a waste of poop.
But I feed into it, and what I'm doing, which I said I wasn't going to do, I'm doing it now by feeding into it. So, whatever. Anyway, like I said, we ought to play some poker.
Poker?
Have a great poker face. Yeah, and there are a bunch of them.
I'd like that poker face, I tell you.
They're like a poker whose face?
Some pretty girl.
There's, basically, they're a bunch of just malcontents. They're a bunch of they're a bunch of parasites. They're not worthy of the piss that made them. Not worthy of the daddy. Rubbers. The daddy should have kept it in his pants a long time ago.
I wouldn't give them the steam off my piss.
Okay. All right, baby, this is Gorgeous George. We're doing it to you with a little sing. And what can we say?
Getting back what you said about the guy who called my dad. As it turned out, we mentioned earlier in the show that my dad got the Bronze Star like Audie Murphy did so many years ago in World War II. He took on the Nazis. He was in the Battle of Bulge and everything. He handled those jerks. On his worst day, he can handle you. So you're not gonna rile us very much.
Here's the deal. I'm gonna say this right now. When you've got, the people, not everybody is going to like you. Okay, that's good. I don't care. Not everybody is going to like what you do, but goddamn, for someone that they don't like, they sure must love me. For someone that they don't like, they sure must love me because they keep it up. Constant motion. I don't know if they use Dove or they use Pawns or what they do. They come
Jergens.
Jergens. And for someone that that
they use Jergens.
is not worthy of anything, and yet they still go at it. They still talk. They still are in amazement. They still talk and talk and talk. What man talks about another man? What man talks about another man so... They don't like him, they keep talking about it. They don't like the man, but they keep talking about the man. There's mental illness. And there's mental illness. And I got to say this. Female troll out there in Pennsylvania, we'll call her Miss Tracy. Not your Tracy. But Miss Tracy.
Miss Tracy, okay.
She was liking, I told her things. I told her made-up stories because I knew darn good and well that she was saying everything back, like the trip to Hawaii that I took. Supposedly, I took a trip to Hawaii. Did you know that? Yeah, I took a trip to Hawaii. Everything.
Remind me of Don Ho.
Everything that I told Miss Tracy, obviously, got back to those trolls. It was like putting gas in a siphon, or siphon out gas, or putting gas in a tank that kept leaking. So everything I told her, I knew was being told back. I didn't say I made some things up because I knew that she was around there trolling and saying everything. So I was really keen to that. So like I said, you couldn't fool me. And just like one of those other trolls, pretty much that when they, you see, when they think they're untouchable, you see, and when the marshals came to his door, he climbed out the window.
Oh, really?
One of the people out there that's being sued, he climbed out the window when the marshals came to the door to serve him. You're a bunch of mentally ill trolls. Get a life, okay? Get a freaking life. And by the way, we're not extras, like a certain person that is an extra. I've been doing this for 24 years. I'm not an extra. I have a media. I've been doing commercials. I don't do non-speaking roles and think I'm special. No. Okay? Because, you're living in a ransacked place in North Hollywood, North Hollywood, and guess what? You're living on government cheese, and I probably think maybe you have government assistance going to you. Probably some wino. And you're sitting there obsessing about me, leaving text after text. Do something. Like I said, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. But guess what? Your minds have been wasted a long time ago. And in fact, your minds have been wasted on the day that you all were born. You all are a bunch of parasites. Bunch of untalented parasites. A bunch of people that are living vicariously through me. Living vicariously through this man and living vicariously through me. You have no lives and you want to continue. Get a freaking life. Do something. Just go away. Cease communications. Do your thing. If you don't like me, don't watch me. If you like me, I don't want to know about it. Admire me from far away. Just put it in. Stop this harassment. Stop the defamation. Because every single time I will come at you. Every single time you put a video up, every single time you steal my material, I will come at you every time. And that's the bottom freaking line. You're a bunch of parasites. A bunch of malcontents, a bunch of trash. A bunch of just trash. Garbage. And then, you can put these people together, and the problem is the daddy should have kept it in his pants a long time ago. The daddy should have kept it in his pants a long time ago. And if I want to be spiritual, but he's not being spiritual. He's not being a Christian. Being spiritual and being a Christian, or I can be whatever I want to be. I'm spiritual. I'm a Christian. Yeah, I am a Christian. If I want to be spiritual, I will be spiritual. I did something that had not a damn thing to do with any of this. And yet, they gravitate. I did a show talking about spirituality. And they gravitate to that.
Like a sermonette? I didn't see the show. Is this week?
It's on Facebook.
Yeah, okay.
Check it out on Facebook.
Okay.
I
can't wait to see it.
We'll do that. All right, so Kevin, 'tis what it is.
Yeah.
Happy belated New Year.
Happy
It's 2018. I do it my way. Do a smile on my face. I do it my way, and that's how we do it. God, please let it end.
Mm-hmm. let what, the show or these trolls?
Let this shit come to just go away.
Yeah.
Play in traffic and just get hit by a semi. That's all I gotta say about that. Get a life.
It's a pleasure saying goodbye to you.
I mean, like I said, hide under your mama's apron strings. Get off the computers and be productive. Get off the computers and get a job and take that nose ring out of your ear or whatever, or that nose ring out of your nose, or stop trolling people and stop being a bunch of people that have nothing else better to do than whack off to their eye candy. Yeah. Just get off the internet. Just end this. End the trolling, because it's mental freaking illness. It needs to stop.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing this. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. So I'm not here to appease anybody.
You can't kick us out of show business. We're here to stay.
I will do it whatever. Whether we get noticed or don't get noticed, it doesn't matter, because we do have a following. It's not upon appeasing these people. It's not upon entertaining these people. It's upon entertaining who we have, who know people that we entertain, fans that we have that know about what we do. And that's what that's about right there.
Yeah.
Okay?
Get with the program. Either be one of our fans or change the channel.
I don't want you as I don't want you as fans. Bunch of pathetic losers. Bunch of pathetic sperm that should have been used for glue to fix something rather than to, break something.
I can't believe out of 3 billion sperm, they were the winners.
No. bunch of losers, bunch of mentally ill, malcontents, bunch of mentally ill, disturbed people. I don't want to know about it. Stay out of my business. Stay out of my freaking business, or else there'll be more issues, more problems. And that's bottom line on that. Now, Kevin, we're going to be doing more of this. We're going to be doing Facebook Live. We're going to be doing more things. I don't need a radio station. Don't need a radio station to put us on and do what we do, because we're going to do what we're going to do. We're going to be doing more shows like this. Anytime you want to.
You lucky people.
That's right. That's right. And that's what we're going to do, basically. And so anyway, so we got that. So you know what? I don't know. I just think that basically that if we had the chance to do our own show, late night, hell, I would, if we could do a show, I would I would let you, I don't care what combination, we could do it. I could be the host, you could be the host, I could be your Andy Richter, you could be my Andy Richter,
we could switch
it around.
Each show.
But whatever the case might be, we should have been there. And then people say, "Wait, you should have been there. You should have been famous, or you haven't been famous by now." Listen here.
The audience,
and we probably will never. It's very, we probably never be to that point. But I don't care, because I know what I have. I know what I have and what we do and how we do it. I know that when we're on camera, there's an ebb and flow. When we're on camera, there's an ebb and flow. You call it Penn and Teller. I don't know. Maybe I'm Penn, you're a Teller, or vice versa, maybe, or whatever.
I keep so quiet during the show.
Well, it'd be quiet. But you get your chance to say a lot of things. And we can do this, and we should have been able to do it, but of course, not to say that we can't. But if we don't, it doesn't matter, because we are doing what we're doing, and we do it, and we'll do it forever.
Wait, I gotta tell you, listen, the fans don't care whether we become famous or rich or not. We're still doing the show. It's still the show. All that matters is what you see on the screen, like right now, and that we'll keep going at it.
Its longevity at its best, 24 years. So 24 years, it must be doing something right, I tell you. So
of course we're doing something right.
And I'm happy.
We're turning the on button on.
That's right. Well, that's what you gotta do. All right, baby. Diamonds are forever, baby. And so is Gorgeous George. 2018, more shows to come. Woo! Woo! I am what's causing all of this. Believe it or freaking not. Kevin, smile at the camera as I turn it off. Make sure it's been recording. It would be really bad if it wasn't recorded.
Thank you for watching the first episode of the Gorgeous George Show 2018.
All right. I want to add something right now real fast, because I'm driving right now, and I had to say this. We did a show Sunday in relations to all of this BS. Let me say something there, douchebag in Detroit. You're not Lily White at all. You're not Lily White. You've started this shit yourself. Okay, douchebag? Dela Cruz, you started this. Your wife was around you mocking me, and that's why I attacked her a few months ago. Don't make this about yourself, buddy. You started this. You had her around there mocking me in that video that you did. That's why I attacked her. And you said to your little girl, you're going to stop it. You said to your little girl, you're going to stop it. You haven't stopped nothing. You might got Kristen confused. I've been playing on her heartstrings. But let me tell you something, buddy. You ain't playing on mine. I know all too well about you, okay? You're the ones that started this thing back in 2009 on YouTube. You are a unemployed douchebag, angry douchebag, unemployed, and we know that your wife pulls the apron strings. Your wife pulls the apron strings, and you slid down there, probably unemployed, ain't doing shit. No, you don't have the cojones or the balls to do much more than that, than sit there and, continue your little banter. You are a punk. You are a piece of trash. Okay? So, you're full of lies, and you ain't fooling me. Okay? You aren't fooling me. I'm very well aware, okay, what you're trying to do, and you're going to fail miserably. You are La Cruz,
a douchebag. Here's addressing a certain paralegal that thinks that he knows so damn much about me when you don't know jack shit about me. We'll make this very short and very simple. M. Saunders, you think you know so much. Worry about your own problems. Worry about your weekend time that you've done in Riverside Regional Jail. Worry about the weekend time that you've done. Worry about your previous charges and the charges you had in New Kent County, harassing some lady in New Kent County. Worry about all that, okay? Don't be talking to these trolls about my business and making up stories saying you know this about me and you know that I have no running water. You have no goddamn way, no goddamn clue to know how and what I do. Have no running water? Can you prove that? Can you fucking prove that? I'm a fat slob. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror? Weebles wobble and they do fall down. I picked you up when you're in your drunken stupor when they walk you down to your apartment. M. Saunders, fake paralegal that learned it in jail, learned his trait in jail, spending time fighting sodomy charges in jail that you said that you've won. They're still there. You haven't won squat. Suing the governor, the ex-governor, and the ex-lieutenant governor. Come on, man. Who are you fooling? When these trolls attacked you, you didn't like it. When these trolls came in your world, you didn't like it at all. Okay? And now you're going to go ahead, you're buddy, and you're a fountain of misinformation. You don't know a goddamn thing. You're making all these false accusations and these false things about me, and you don't know a goddamn thing about me. All you know is what I told you and what you think you know. It ain't much. So, you know what? You can sit here and say, make up stories that say that I've done this and I've done that. I've only known you for a few times. I saw an ad on Craigslist for a writer. I saw an ad on Craigslist as a writer former to write things and to create and write stuff. And that's all you were. Okay? You're no paralegal. You have no paralegal. You have no law license. And you say that you're working in a law firm. I seriously doubt that. And then you are oblivious to all these things that are going on right now where clearly you had 3 conversations with that fucker Marty McBitch about me. Barney McBitch in 3 different conversations. And you think you can sit there and say and make up things about me? And I'm not going to say anything about it? Saunders, you are a clown. Okay? You have no clue to know what you're talking about. M. Saunders, you got enough criminal activity to light up a Christmas tree. Previous criminal activity. Okay? And your probation officer, let's say this. Your probation officer is keeping a keen eye on anything you do or say. And you're going to harass Kristen? You're going to harass Kristen? Kristen told you a thing or two. Kristen puts you in check. Okay? So you can sit here and say whatever you want to say. But you're going to run your mouth off and spread a bunch of lies about me, defame me to these people, and you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Not whatsoever. It's one thing that I have to deal with this ongoing onslaught from these clowns. But to have somebody allegedly just stab me in the back here locally. You don't know a damn thing about me, okay? Worry about your own deal. Worry about your previous charges. Worry about trying to stay off heroin, a recovering heroin addict. Worry about that. And also go ahead and worry about not fucking up again. Because if you fuck up again, you're going to do some heavy prison time. Okay? You got enough on you already. So worry about your own problems and stay the hell out of my business and stop talking about a bunch of shit to these people about me when you have no idea what you're talking about. Not whatsoever. All right, this is not going to be long. This is going to be a little brief. This is going to be to the point. I said I'm not going to do this, but I'm going to do this. Marty McBitch, you've got a big mouth. All you can do is sit there and spend all your freaking time trying to do videos about me. Let me say this to you. You're desperate.
And Michael Saunders, you're desperate. Michael Saunders, you're a two-headed snake. You are a two-headed snake in the grass. Okay? And it was partially my fault for even buying it. Yeah, you bought a TV set from me. Big shit. Actually, the TV set was worth a whole hell of a lot more than what you paid for it. Well, you use it as a monitor, you got your money. Yeah, I'm having some issues right now. I'm having some financial issues. But you know what? It doesn't change me, doesn't change who I am. Because this shall pass. Like everything else, that shall pass. You are so fucking desperate. All of you, it's so fucking desperate. Saunders, Michael Saunders, you're a parasite. Michael Saunders, you are a parasite. A lot of things that you are. You're a racist. Yes, you are. And you're also a drug addict. You're a drug addict, and that has never changed. Marty McFly, okay? Marty McFly from Back to the Future, okay? Marty Holmgren, Marty Seamus, man. So you've been quiet for 6 years, and you interfere, decide to put your nose in where it didn't belong. You decide to go ahead and stick your nose in my business all of a sudden to save the day. All you've done is open up the hornet's nest. All you've done is created a problem because, yes, okay, that address does coincide. That address coincides to where you're at, and we're gonna make it happen. It's going to happen once I get the I's dotted and the T's crossed, and everything comes out. It's going to happen. Okay, because you're going to wish to hell you never fucked with me. You're going to wish to hell you never interfered and never fucked with me. And as far as hiring a PI to follow me and take pictures, I'm going to tell you something. What you're doing is intrusive, and you're giving me a lot of material to show the authorities. Okay, and Stephen Burden, you keep it up, and you will have a restraining order put on you. I know where you live. And I will put a restraining order if you keep this shit up, Stephen Burden. And I can guarantee you, anybody else who wants to fuck with me, you're going to find out that it's not going to be to your liking. Marty, the old saying goes, if you want something bad enough and you wish hard on something, it'll happen sooner than you think. So don't count your chickens, but don't count your chickens and don't wish that hard, because you wish really hard, your worst nightmare might happen. Because Marty, I'm aiming right at you. I'm aiming right at you. You need to shut your mouth. You need to get out of my business, or I'm going to create some havoc. All right. You need to. If you got a PI following me, okay, you tell that PI to come to the door, and I'll tell them what they can do with themselves. Okay. You're full of shit. You're full of shit. And you said that you got you have a PI. You have a troll that's going by here, and I know who that troll is, driving by here, taking pictures. And since you want to plaster my information all over the internet, once we get the information on you, we're going to plaster your information all over the internet. And you will be touchable. Not untouchable. You'll be very touchable. So you keep it up. We're going to put your information all over the internet. And you can start making topics about my neighbors and mentioning my neighbors. Well, thank you, because I will correct that matter. You mention the neighbor's name, I will correct that very fast, okay? And I will bring it, and so you've made a lot of mistakes. You think you're so clever, you think you're so keen, you think you know what you're doing, you think you can just say whatever you want to say without any ramifications or any repercussions or any consequences. Kristen said it right. There's truth, there's consequences. Vena veritas, with wine there's truth. And the truth is coming out. You're saying a lot of stuff. You're sitting there bringing up my bankruptcy. That's something that happened back in 2016. Get a fucking life. You're a fucking parasite. You're going to keep pushing, and it's going to backfire in your face, and you're not going to like the outcome, Mr. Marty. Mr. Marty, I've got something in store for you. Keep on putting your nose in my business, and you're going to find out it's not going to be to your liking, because I'm going to do something about it. And I mean I'm going to do something about it. And don't worry about all this other stuff, because you know what? I've got other people behind me. There's a leak out there. There's a leak somewhere. There's a leak in the Goonville. And that's great. Leak in Goonville. And I'm getting some information also. So two can play that game. You can do all the things you want. You can go ahead and try to think you can find stuff about me. I'm getting some information about you. And some of that information ain't too great. So some of what Kristen said was very dead on. We're going to expose some stories about you, and we're going to make sure that they're 100% accurate. Unlike you making up stories about me, we're going to make sure the stories are accurate, and we're going to do like an expose about your life. Hell, we might even give you an ED page, you motherfucker. Keep fucking with me, and you're going to find out what I'm going to do next. All right, it's Gorgeous George. I'm on the air, and we are. A lot is going on, and this stuff is not going to stop. A lot of this shit keeps going on, and a lot of this crap doesn't seem to want to stop. But all of that being said, there comes a time when eventually things are going to come to a halt, and things are going to fucking stop sooner or later. Jeremy Warren, I'm not. Sometimes he does things and says things that are, and tries to provoke. And sometimes Jeremy Warren will say things that make a lot of freaking sense. So it's like not knowing when. Sometimes he'll be saying stuff and whatnot pertaining to these trolls, and call it the way it is. And sometimes he'll say that that it's fair use and freedom of speech and fair use, but it's never has been. This lawsuit has been basically upon the fact that my copyright, my material was being distorted and was stolen. My intellectual property was being stolen. That was foremost to the issue right there. Secondly, I was being defamed. I've been dealing with this for a long, long ass time. And when you have people that seem to think that this is all about fun and games and all about fun and games, it's not. Now, I'm gonna mellow it down now back to where it is, because it doesn't do any good to go off. Whatever happens with the situation with me with this house is going to happen. I'm still working, and we're going to still work. I still do what I've got to do with this house concerned. I'm still going to do what I've got to do, and do what I've got to do with a smile on my face. I'm not going to give up this lawsuit. Not going to give up a lawsuit for civil reasons, because I have been wronged. Okay? My material has been taken. My material has been stolen. And I have been on the phone with YouTube. I've talked to the YouTube attorneys today, Peter Holm. And I sat down with Peter. Well, I told Peter Holm that these things need to come off. And YouTube, believe it or not, is vigilantly now, under a new policy, is removing stuff for defamation. So we had a fruitful conversation on the phone with Peter Holm and YouTube. And I think that if things work the way they need to work, and the material in question that I tell them to remove gets removed and permanently gets removed, then I might drop the lawsuit. But I'm not going to drop the lawsuit until I know, in fact, that YouTube and Facebook are going to do what they need to do and be vigilant about it. And that's how that goes down. It's a slight window. If I know that stuff will never see the light of day, and they do it back in the day the way they used to do it. No questions asked. If it's copyright, if they can clearly see it's copyright, YouTube would remove it. For the past few years, the fair use doctrine, and the fair use doctrine is very murky. And some asshole wants to tell me there's 4 parts of copyright and whatnot. The bottom fucking line is, it is my material. Okay? And it clearly, to show samples at the Law Library of Congress, is what you do.
So for that asshole that thinks, his little spoof, his little spoofy, phony thing, job or whatever he does, phony position that lead you to believe that he knows so much when he learned that in jail and got his certification through a jail cell. No, doesn't work that way. 4 parts up your ass. Copyright material, intellectual property, it's mine. It's been mine. It's clearly mine. You can see it. I own the rights to it. I've given the samples. There's copyright protection on my work. And I mean, the 4 parts of it, you can answer the 4 parts of it. I think one of the 4 parts that this clown was telling me, does it go into the market, or does it, and I'm not, does it pertain to the market value of, or, stop me from producing the show? What it boils down to is, it does the market value, or whatever the case might be, material has been made a profit out of. My material has been made a profit out of, clearly. And that's been proven in a video that was made. And clearly that these people keep thinking that it's a joke. It's a joke for me, and it's a joke for them to say that they've taken this copyright material and they're making profits. Well, you keep doing that and you're going to find out something. And for this clown that, well, let me backtrack for a second. For the clown that thinks that that if I, appeal it, I'm not going to have a chance in hell. No, you can appeal it. Whether it is prejudice or not prejudice, you can still appeal what you need to appeal. And so that takes care of that. I know that basically that today has been a day where I've made a direct contact with the clown that's been taking pictures. I've got in contact with that person. And of course the person has denied it. And I knew the person was going to deny it. But at the end of the day, I know without a shadow of a doubt. Okay? I know if there's a shadow of a doubt that person's been behind it. So I gave that guy a fair warning. So if that guy continues to do what he needs to do, I think hopefully I've got his attention. If he continues doing what he's doing, then it's going to be detrimental to him. And addressing the situation about the Craigslist thing, guess what? Craigslist made it a law to knock down the personal relations, knocked it down about 2 days ago. So you all cannot post any more phantom posts using my voice or using a voice generator to make me say things that I'm not saying. Because guess what? Craigslist has done away with the personal section altogether. So gnaw on that for a little bit. So you can't use that anymore. You can't use Craigslist anymore to fuck with me. I believe with all sincerity that eventually good prevails. And Piss 4400, I am good. I am the good guy. Always have been. These clowns are not. Okay? And Piss, you're right. This has gone too far. This has gone way too far. And it needs to come to an end. That's all that needs to be said. It needs to come to an end. And there are trolls that are defecting. There are trolls that are defecting because people are seeing with their own eyes that this is getting out of hand. This has been out of hand for a long time. And to answer the claim to Martin Seamus. To answer that claim, Martin Seamus, just you wait. All good things happen to those who wait. But again, it might be a nightmare for you. It might be a nightmare. All right. So you continue your bladder, you continue, your crap and whatnot. Continue thinking that you've got me where you want me, because don't underestimate me. That's a mistake to underestimate me. Because you know what? I'm going to do everything. I'm going to do everything that I can to prevail. And I will do everything, and that's the bottom line.
keep fucking with me, because I promise you, it's going to be a fight. And I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, but I find it very interesting and very fruitful, a great conversation that I had with Peter Holm today, the attorneys at YouTube. They might be able to eliminate this problem for me, and I hope so. We'll see.